Hello and welcome to another edition of On the Pitch with Duhawk Football. I'm Mike Splickerber, and tonight we are joined by two of the men's soccer players, Dan Figura, sophomore defender from St. Charles, Illinois. And we also have number 15, a forward, Sean Lucho Lewis from Evanston, Illinois. Guys, thanks for joining me for On the Pitch.
Thanks for having us.
Great to be here.
Yeah. So, Sean, we'll get it started right away with talking about the Augsburg win. You guys won 1-0. How does it feel to beat a team ranked like Augsburg? They obviously gave you guys a tough test, and how did it feel to come on and score that game-winning goal?
It was a great feeling. I've scored 3 goals in my career. One was against UD last year at UD when they were ranked. My other goal was against UNC at Greenville in the tournament, and this one, Augsburg. I found myself inside the 6, kind of found myself wide open. Vandenberg took a touch, took a shot, was kind of going wide. I thought I'd just get a foot on it and try to redirect it. I was hoping I wasn't offsides. I've got 4 offsides goals this year, so just finding the back of the net, made me kind of happy.
So with those offsides goals, you may be the team leader, but
maybe
not happening. Dan, how does it feel to have someone like Sean, and then obviously yesterday in the co-game like Louis, to come onto the field and score those goals? These guys are substitutes, but they come on and obviously make a big impact for your team.
Oh yeah, man, it's awesome. Like our second lineup's just as good as our first lineup. Whole different strategy there. First lineup is to wear them down, pass it around them, get them frustrated. And our second group comes in, flies at them, running. We got Lucho and Louis Oswald, 2 fastest guys on the team. It makes the defenders pretty angry up there, and we get goals.
Right, Sean, is there any kind of competition going on in the locker room? You guys talk about the second team compared to the first team. I mean, it seems like you guys have been scoring most of the goals.
Well, pretty much we're all one team. The first line pretty much wears down the opponents, so I've got to give them props for that. The second team comes in and provides that energy, that spark that we need to really run teams down to the ground. And all we do is swarm them. Our coach has got a new slogan: swarm them, swarm the defenders, and put them under pressure. They cough up the ball, and we put it right back at them.
All right, Figuera, you guys obviously have a very tight team chemistry. I know the word for it is chum. Why don't you give us a little example of chum, or talk about chum a little bit, and what keeps you guys so cohesive?
I mean, chum is just about being so close, just being past a good friendship. It's nice being at Loritz. It's a small community, so you get to see your teammates on and off the field, during classes, walking through campus, and not just being with each other at practice is huge. We can still talk about other things and not just have that relationship of just soccer, but also the friendship too.
All right. Now, Sean, we're talking about yesterday's win at Co.
Yes.
You guys kind of got off to a little bit of a slow start, and even in the first half, you guys were tied 1-1 at half. Is there a reason for the slow start, or did Co just play you guys pretty tough in that first half?
Well, to be honest, we actually had a fast start. Topher had a goal. Chris Comstock had a goal in the second minute, which shows we came out flying, quick 1-2 passing. Donald had an assist, quick one. Topher got around the corner, made a beautiful curling shot to the back post. But then I felt like we got kind of complacent. We're kind of, we're going to roll this team. We're going to beat Co 3-0, 4-0, how we've been beating other teams. But they've stepped up the last couple of years. There's no easy team to walk. It's no walk in the park for the IAC. But I felt like we became complacent. We gotta find that killer instinct and just put them away real quick, and it prevents us from going to the half 1-1. So we just gotta find that killer instinct.
And obviously, Coach Rothard gave you guys a little bit of a speech at halftime to get you going. Dan gave up a goal yesterday. Obviously, you being starting sweeper, you and Dubois kind of being the cohesive defensive no-goal patrol, as you guys like to say. You've had a couple shutouts recently. How did it feel to kind of give up that goal? I know it's probably a little bit disappointing.
I mean, yeah, the NGP no-goal patrol, we're kind of our own little team out there we like to think of just for the stat sheet. But, I mean, if you give up a goal, it looks like, we didn't get a shutout this game, but it's all just about, the team win and just looking past that and just, we still get the win at the end of the day. We're going to take it and just move on to the next game, get a shutout for the next one.
And that's right. And with that win, you guys are still undefeated in IAC play. You've had a strong start to the IAC. Who are you looking to next to give you a challenge, maybe? And then, how do you guys keep your motivation as far as coming into the IAC? Because you beat some teams pretty handily now.
Yeah, it's all about taking it one game at a time. Central's our next opponent. Last year, we went to Central and Pella. We won 1-0, but to be completely honest, they outworked us. They had a couple of shots, a couple crossbar hits. Dan Wickman, a goalie last year, played a phenomenal game, and we were lucky to get out of there with a 1-0 victory. So you can't take any game lightly, as I said. Any team can be beaten, so you've got to keep that mentality that you've got to come out every game and put it all on the line.
All right, now Dan, Saturday you guys play in the Rock Bowl against Central, like Sean had said. You guys have had a couple of rowdy crowds in the Rock Bowl, some Duhawk supporters. How does playing in front of a rowdy crowd like that affect your play?
I mean, like you might get a few more jitters in the beginning, but it's all for a good cause. Just getting you pumped up even more. First 2 minutes, you might still be flustered a little bit, but I mean, once you get settled in the game, you don't really hear the crowd that much. You're just focused on your game, your teammates, and the opponents.
Okay, and also, Dan, we talked about no goal patrol a little bit before, but I mean, as a team defense, what is the importance of the team defense in giving you guys those shutouts? I mean, you have Colin back there now, Malcolm coming back, and then you and Dubois. How do you guys work as a team, and how does that affect the defense?
It's all communication, just like trusting what each other has to say. It's staying tight, not leaving a man open. If you forget to track a mark, they'll be open, have a shot, they're going to score. And that's something you can't take back. So it's just all communication, having trust in each other, and staying tight.
All right, now, and then after the game Saturday, we don't want to overlook Central, like you said, but we're going to Dominican. That's obviously a big matchup, a top 10 rated matchup. What are you guys going to take into the game, and what do you take away with the result?
Well, we're going back to River Forest, because we're Dominicans, and a lot of us are from the Chicago suburbs, as me and Dan are from. So it's kind of like almost a home game. A lot of family members will be there, so we'll still have a good crowd. But we've got to go into that game knowing Dominicans are a very strong team. They have very strong players. They beat us 2 years ago. We got the better of them last year. So we just got to know we're going to have to scrap one out. It's probably going to be just like Augsburg, 1-0, 2-1. We just got to come out and play to our best of our abilities.
And Dan, what kind of implications does this match have for the rest of the season as far as your guys' confidence and then as far as NCAA tournament time?
Yeah, if we win this game, it just shows us, we do deserve to be in the top 10. I know rankings, you can't look at them too much, but I mean, if you can compete with these teams, then you should be making it far, and we've earned it, and that's what we're going to do. All
right. That's all we got for you guys tonight. Thank you for joining me on the pitch, and good luck this weekend, guys.